What's your type? All February long, we're bringing you quizzes to unlock your personal power formula. Health, wealth, self-care, and happiness. Grab a pen and paper because our next quiz starts now. That's right, and we're starting with the quiz to find out your belly fat type because, well, 2,000 shows in, stubborn belly fat is still something you want answers to. I get it. Now, we've all heard about intermittent fasting, right? Some of you are even doing it as part of System 21. I'm proud of you. But the fasting strategy that's right for you could depend on your belly fat type. So does your belly look like this, right? Carbs could be the culprit. Or is it this, a boozy belly? And maybe stress is to blame, which is super common. Our quiz today will not only reveal the true culprit between your stubborn belly fat, but also the most effective fasting plan to match your personality. Fitness trainer, best known for The Biggest Loser, and my good friend Jen Wiederstrom is here. Jen, intermittent fasting, thanks for being here, is the biggest trend in weight loss right now. But how important is it to use a personalized strategy?
So when it comes down to it, intermittent fasting, as effective as it is, it's not this flash-in-the-pan fad diet. It's not meant to be used to jump into a few weeks and jump out of. It is designed to be a lifestyle, and when you use it as one, it's very effective. But if we don't take into consideration your behavior throughout the day, how you consume your calories, we're going to have a problem. So today we're going to address that.
All right, let's get to the quiz. You've got the first question.
Okay, when are you most likely to experience a snack attack?
All right, here are the options. A, when you're worried about something. She does look worried. B, when you haven't eaten in 2 hours. I'm in this group. Or C, you typically get the munchies at night after a couple glasses of wine. You get disinhibited. So because we are celebrating our 2000th episode, one of my favorite Oz Show regulars volunteered to deliver some of our quiz questions. Take a listen to funny man Chuck Nice.
Hey, Dr. Roz, congratulations on 2,000 shows. Got a question for you. It's 3 p.m. What's top of your mind? A, how am I going to finish everything I have to get done today? B, I need energy stacked. Or C, is it time to go home yet? I need to unwind.
Chuck looks unwound already. Thank you, Chuck, for your video. Next, it is snack time. What looks most appealing to you? Jen, let me tempt you. Are you going to go for the A, crispy, crunchy chips? You know your hands will keep going back for more and more and more and more. Or are you B, any sweet pastry, right? Like these cupcakes and these cookies. You know, I wish I could just smell more of these. Or is it C, you'll abstain and you'll save your calories for later. After all, you could use a nice tall beer here in a frosty mug, or maybe a glass, actually, in fact, an extra large glass of vino. All right, let's go back to Chuck Nice. He insisted on asking another question.
You're out to dinner at a restaurant. What's the first thing you ask the waiter to give you? A, a minute, please. There's too many choices to think about. B, the breadbasket, then maybe a second. Or C, something from the wine list. All right, Dr. Roz, give me your answer. Again, congratulations.
So here's a question. What's the culprit behind your belly fat? Let's get to the results. If you answered mostly A's, well, you're the stress belly type. And that's what I'm focused on for a lot of you because I know that's getting to you and you don't even realize it. Jen, what does this mean?
Yeah, I mean, put simply and lovingly, you're eating your feelings. Yeah. We tend to use food or alcohol to cope, to soothe. But in the meantime, as we're munching, our calories are climbing, so is that stress hormone we've talked a lot about on the show, which is cortisol. And that is directly linked to that stubborn belly fat that you have.
All right, next option. If you answered mostly B's, you have the carb belly type. You call this a spaghetti belly. What causes it?
The spaghetti belly, yes. So here's the thing. Carbohydrates are good. I carb cycle. I love it. But when you get to an excess of carbohydrates, whether they're simple or complex, you simply give your body too much energy to use. And so instead of using it as fuel, your body will store it as fat.
Next and finally, mostly C's are the booze belly. So you're drinking away here. So how much booze do you have to drink for you to have this kind of belly?
Well, you know, as always, it's different for every person. But alcohol actually interferes with your body's ability to burn fat. And it interferes with those satiety hormones, or in other words, those hormones that say, hey, you're full, stop eating. It interferes with that process, so you end up eating more than you normally would because you don't even know that you're full.
Oh my goodness, there's a bunch of reasons to pay attention. All right, up next. Now that we've answered what kind of person you are, which intermittent fasting strategy is best for your belly type? The one that will get you rid of that belly bulge for good. Stick around. We just gave you the quiz to discover your belly type. If you missed this, okay, it's on DrOz.com. Now that you know your belly type, which intermittent fasting strategy could be best for you? Think of this as your weight loss personality type. We are recommending everyone do a time-restricted intermittent fast, just like we do on System 21. Now, this means reducing your eating window to about 8 hours. Work towards it. For example, eat between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. and then shut it down until the next day. And you can start eating a little bit more, but then sort of narrow it if you can. Now, as you're going to adjust how you eat in this window based on your belly fat type. That's the big takeaway today. So I'm back with fitness trainer Jen Wiederstrom. Let's start with the stress belly type. Kat took the quiz. She was the stress type. Kat, what worries you the most about intermittent fasting?
Oh, man. Well, typically I'm a healthy person. I work out 6 days a week, but I get so hungry throughout the day that I just munch and munch and munch on chips or whatever is available. And I mean, I indulge. I can't just have just one.
No, you're not alone. The best intermittent fasting strategy for a stress belly type like you, this is someone who stress eats a lot of snacks throughout the day, is the noshing fast. Jen, what does that mean?
Yeah, so for people like Kat, I like to give you a really big sandbox to play in, right? So in that 8-hour eating window, I want you to eat how it feels natural to you. So if you want to nosh and do 10 small meals in that time, you can. If you just want 2 big ones, you can. I'm not going to restrict you as long as you stay within the parameters of that sandbox I'm letting you play in, or in this case, eat in. Now that said, because of that kind of hand-to-mouth food anxiety eating that you do tend to go to, look for those watery vegetables that we just showed, right? I want radishes, cucumbers, jicama is my favorite, celery is another great one, and that gets you that crunch and that kind of like, it gives you the ritual of the eating without all the caloric, yield.
All right, next up, the best fasting strategy for the carb belly is someone who draws real pleasure from breads and pastas. And I think the best way to do that is the When Way fast. This is a strategy from the book What to Eat When, written by the chief of the Dr. Oz medical unit, Dr. Michael Crupain, as well as Dr. Mike Royce, my good friend. Jen, explain this popular strategy.
I love this one because it's saying, hey, I see you, I recognize you're a carb person, we're going to let you keep your carbs, but I'm going to ask you to front load them in your day. So we're asking you to get 75% of your daily calories in by about 2 p.m. So again, you win, I win, we all get what we want here.
All right, next, the best fasting strategy for the booze belly type. That's someone who takes in a lot of calories at night from wine. Well, it's a dry fast. Now, Jen, booze bellies aren't going to have an easy time with this one.
No, but I also want you not to panic, okay? I quizzed as the booze belly, and I can tell you that it's not a permanent fast. It's just 30 days. And it's because research is telling us that there are really lasting effects to just taking alcohol out of your system for just that short period of time. And I will tell you, I've been practicing this myself. I'm on day 10. I'm very proud of myself. And I will tell you that I want you to take inventory. What I started to see in myself, my sleep improved. I needed less coffee in the morning. That bloat in that belly where I'm carrying my weight, especially as I'm getting close to 40, within 4 to 5 days it started to come down, and I just feel better. So I can't recommend it enough. I'm going to continue the fast. So for anyone that's thinking of it, please do it.
Jen, I adore all you do. Thanks for being with us. You can find Jen coaching a brand new beginner fitness series, and this is designed to give real people with weight to lose a safe place to start. It's on OpenFit at the end of February, and we're going to put a link to where you can sign up for this along with all these fasting strategies on DrOz.com. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.